But yeah, man, what did I do Monday? I had filming.
You had filming. You got straight back and you went straight into filming.
We did a Sidemen mukbang. With that premium content.
Yeah.
I'm just leaking things at this point.
This is like podcast.
I always forget that we record for the Thursday that it is. Like it's not going out next week. Like when we do Sidecast, it's for like a week. Yeah. I always forget like what I'm saying now is out tomorrow.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did a mukbang. Sidemen reunited mukbang. Which was JJ's first appearance back in the video.
Did he enjoy it?
He did, yeah. I think he did.
Back of his friends.
It seemed like he had a good time.
That's good.
And then Tuesday did Sidecast and all that sort of fun stuff, meetings or whatever. And then
I was about to leak again. Then I definitely can't leak it. It's not within my rights to leak.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
No, I got a phone call. Will that end up being in a video or not?
Oh yeah, no, but that was just like that it's a little bit of promo for something that we.
Okay, yeah, that was odd. Yeah,
don't worry. Anyway, should we do it? The massive elephant in the room. KSI Tommy Fury.
Yes.
A unanimous loss now it is.
Yes.
Yeah. So all three judges have now scored it as a win for Tommy Fury.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Was that not what it was when we was already there?
No, it was a majority win.
Oh.
So, but one person scored it as a draw, two people scored it as a win for Tommy.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but one of the judges couldn't even write down his number properly and had to scribble it out.
I got issues with the... I'm
VAR, mate.
I'm fine with the result. As JJ's fine with the result. You can tell that he's like 100% at peace with it. He don't really mind because he's come out of it looking like the people's champion.
Yeah.
But I've got big issues with how them scorecards look. They did not look like a clean, well-executed judge's scorecard. There's scribbles over it. One of the second round things is like massively scribbled.
It's very much like, what did you put?
Yeah, it seems a bit... I don't like it. Do you know what I mean? I just don't like it. But yeah, I think JJ was really good.
Yeah, he did
and as much as
good.
The fight was shit, right? The fight is an awful fight to watch. If you are someone that loves boxing, the fight is so shit to watch because it is. JJ took away everything good that Tommy does by being doing this Grinch shit.
Dancing around.
Doing his thing.
Yeah.
He completely negates all of what Tommy's good at, which is landing a jab, building off the jab. And if you look at like the difference between Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury, Tommy was landing like 8 punches on Jake at a time. He couldn't touch JJ really because he'd try and hit him out of range, fall into a clinch, and then it was all in the clinch.
Oh, that makes sense actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so JJ's obviously studied what Tommy's fighting style is like.
Well,
because I just see so many comments like, oh, JJ's like just dancing around, avoiding him, but I suppose that's the whole point.
Exactly. So JJ fought. His game plan is really simple. It is, I'm going to blade my stance. I'm going to be side on. I'm going to be constantly on my toes so you can't get a rhythm. You're not going to be able to get a rhythm at me because I might go on this one. I might go on the second bounce. But you just can't really gauge it.
Yeah.
And then his game plan is, I'm going to jump in with one right hand. And it's going to land on you at some point in the fight. And that I'm going to hopefully knock you out with it.
Yeah, I keep seeing one clip of JJ that landed a punch on Tommy.
He goes flying.
Yeah, and he goes back. And I just think, oh, God, if he followed through with that and kept going forward. That's
also an issue with JJ's style because it's really explosive and that's the shot that needs to do the damage.
Yeah.
Once you've hit that shot, you're followed through and you're all squared up and there's no space to work again.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. So as soon as he flies in, that shot's the one that's got to put you down. Otherwise, you end up in the clinch.
Yeah.
Which ended up happening for fucking 4-5 out of the 6 rounds, which made for a little bit of a stink fest. But I think you got to give... And this is the thing. You know Anthony Taylor?
Yeah.
He goes in there with the exact same thing, by the way. He lands a right hand and then clinches on people. And people go, man, that's just his game plan. You got to give him his props. Like, well done, he got the win.
Yeah.
If JJ got the win, people would be saying, oh, fucking, he took away everything, Tommy. But because he lost, everyone's like, oh, all he did was hug Tommy.
Yeah,
no.
I was about to bring that up, because I keep seeing clips, because I was actually very intoxicated at the fight. So I've seen clips on TikTok, whatever. Yeah. It looks like Tommy's doing the cuddling, but whilst they're cuddling, having a little hug.
It's on both parts, by the way.
Like, JJ's still hitting him. Tommy's just hanging on.
Tommy's been boxing since he was 8.
Bro, it's such an L. Right? If you've been boxing that long, you should have smoked it.
If you've been boxing that long, you know how to disguise a clinch really well. And multiple times in a fight, you can see that one arm is got hold of JJ. It's not just like JJ's gone in there and like literally all over him.
Yeah.
There's clips as well where JJ sneaks in a right hand on him and he literally, Tommy's like all over him.
Yeah.
So I think it was on both parts, by the way. I'm sick of seeing the narrative of he was the only one doing it.
Yeah.
Because Tommy couldn't time him. Tommy would rush in, miss his right hand as well. He done better in the third round. He started being able to time it a bit better. But even then, his right hand was too crowded. He'd land something and then it's over his shoulder and then they're in a clinch again. It's just...
Well, what do you think about... oh, God, what was I about to say? Oh, my God, I've just completely lost my train of thought.
The moral of the story is styles make fights, and JJ's style against a boxer...
This is what I was about to say.
Yeah. JJ's...
Do you think that it's embarrassing that Tommy didn't win, considering he is grown up? Like, boxing is his job.
Yeah,
it's the whole entire thing, and JJ's been doing it for like 4 years.
But he did win, by the way. But
but he didn't win.
Yeah,
win. Do you know what I mean? He should have gone in, knocked him out.
Realistically, if Tommy keeps saying he's going to be a world champion or whatever one day, realistically, after watching the Jake Paul fight and the KSI fight, I'd put those dreams to one side.
Is a YouTuber champion?
Yeah, and he hasn't. There wasn't. If anything, he looked better against Jake Paul than he did against JJ.
Yeah.
He hasn't significantly improved.
Yeah.
And by the way, he's had a blinder because he's getting however many millions for fighting Jake and JJ, and probably maybe some other influencers who fancy it. Maybe Logan Paul ends up fighting. I don't know. He's getting this amount instead of fighting for like 30 grand at the Copper Box on the journey to a title.
Oh, he's getting
he's had a blinder. So realistically, if you do that route, you have to get better. You have to be in camp all the time. You have to be training and getting better. He don't have to be better. He can just stay at this level
and then just smoke everyone that wants to
and
try
just beat influencers. Yeah, if that's what he wants to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think I don't like the narrative being spun of like it was all JJ hugging, because yes, that both men initiated clinches. Both men did it.
Do you think that Tommy actually won? When you review the fight,
No.
do you think Tommy actually won, or do you think the Furies paid the scorecard?
I deleted tweets, which is I'm bold enough to admit it. As soon as I was really drunk.
Oh, what, that tweet you put out?
And as soon as it ended, I was fucking fuming. I was like, that's vile. I was like, that's classic boxing, fucking robbery. In hindsight, you can't call the fight a robbery because whatever side you're on, you could probably say it's a draw or 1 point. So in hindsight, I believe it's a draw. But in my eyes, JJ won round 1, 2, and 5. 3, 4, and then the other rounds are up for discussion. 3 and 4 are definitely Tommy's. 6 and 5 are like, you could flip it either way. But the point deduction is what gives me the...
I was going to say, because I saw Wade's breakdown, and then once he actually done the whole workings out on what he thought, JJ won.
Yeah. So usually in a 6-round fight as well, by the way, if you get a point deduction, it's so hard for you to win that fight. It's so hard for you to win that fight with a point deduction. And especially if JJ won round 2 and there was a point off, that's a 10-8 round. It can't be a draw at that point. So yeah, man, I don't know. Either way, result's a result. Tommy won.
Tommy did win.
Tommy won.